The real change in my life came from being able to separate doing what I want to do and being competent in being able to do what's necessary. And now I make decisions every single day based on being competent in doing what's necessary. Is this going to make me better? No. It goes. Is this going to help my life? No. It goes. Is this going to create a brighter future for those around me? No. It goes. And it's simple as that. You know, it was Thursday night. It was the Roadhouse premiere in London, yeah? I've wanted to watch the new Roadhouse for time. Since I seen Conor McGregor headbutt Jake Gyllenhaal, yeah, I thought I need to go and watch this movie. I'll get invited by Amazon Prime to go to the intimate premiere where Conor McGregor was there, front row for his Q&A, everything, yeah? Car taking me down, you know, red carpet, food, drinks, +1, +2, whoever want to take down there, yeah? That day I woke up, I was like, I can't go. I can't. I really, really, really want to go. But I have 6 hours of training today. I have work today. I've got to see my son today. And tomorrow I've got to be up on the river at 6 a.m. There is no way I can go. And I didn't. I let Amazon Prime down. I let my friends down. I let my management down. Because I knew that me staying and doing what I needed to do was going to be way more beneficial for me on the other side than doing what I wanted to do that night. Because when I woke up in the morning and I'd done what I needed to do yesterday and I'd done what I needed to do the morning, I had self-confidence, I had self-worth, I had self-belief, and I had this fucking venomous line inside me telling me, you are a fucking animal and you can do anything that you want to do. And that's what my days look like. Sacrifice for the greater good. Sacrifice for self-worth. Sacrifice for self-love. Sacrifice for self-confidence. And that's what I want people to understand, yeah? It's not always about doing what you want to do. If you can do what's necessary and what you need to do, the rewards that you gain will be unparalleled and unmatched. If you look to do things in life, they say you get out of life what you put in, yeah? I believe that. But I believe that if you're not looking to get anything out on a personal level at all, you get even more. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, I'm gonna run 100 miles because I wanna raise money for the foundation. I run 100 miles, what I get out of it is fucking phenomenal. I'm gonna kayak from Canada to Alaska, through the Arctic Circle, unsupported, with grizzly bears, and I could die because I've only started paddling 2-3 months ago. Because I wanna raise money, I wanna raise awareness, I wanna take my daughter from Canada to Alaska. What I got as a result was unparalleled. And that works in many different formats. When I lost my daughter, I got the opportunity to make loads and loads and loads of money because people just wanted to give me deals and people wanted to give me this. And I took none because they weren't aligned with what I believed in. I went to a point where like I was struggling, really, really struggling financially because I've been in the hospital for 6 months. I had everyone around me that loved and cared about me saying, you're gonna need to do something, Ash, like, because, you know, you can't put the roof over your head, you can't put the food on the table, like, et cetera, et cetera. And I said that because what happened to me, I had to do what was right in my heart. I had to stay true to my beliefs. I had to do things that were aligned with my path so I could always get to where I wanted to go. Yeah? And I stuck it out. And I stuck it out and I stuck it out till one day I got on my knees and I said to God, I've sacrificed. I don't know what more I can sacrifice for you to want to give me this chance. Not to be great and to be rich, but to fulfill my promises that I need to make to my daughter, yeah? To try and help these children, to try and create a good life for myself and my family, yeah? And when I did that and I was near enough at breaking point, things started coming. And what I mean by, like, if you do things not looking to get anything out at all, not only have I achieved, you know, 0.001%, I've raised a lot of awareness for kids fighting cancer. I've raised a lot of money for children fighting cancer. I've been able to take my daughter to some of the most incredible places in the world with Daddy Power. I've been able to motivate, inspire, and give people the belief to realize that no matter what they've gone through in life, they can see brighter days if they're prepared to fight. And also, things like sponsorship deals. Things come through because if you've achieved things that no one's ever done in the world, people are going to take an interest. I never thought about that in the first place. That was probably 250th on my list of things I could think of from doing what I wanted to do. But then that happened. But that's what I'm saying. My intent was never for that. And by sticking true to myself, greater things have come as a result. And, you know, I can only be humble to accept it. I can be thankful that it's happened. And I can just make sure that I stay committed to do what I promised I was going to do, because that's the whole reason why I'm here in the first place.
There's a moment in the book that gave me incredible perspective on your faith. And I've never heard anyone kind of speak to this before, but you'd question, your faith had wavered a little bit for a moment. You know, you were saying like, why would a God do this? But you found a lot of strength in your faith, knowing that if you were to take the bad path and use that, you know, that energy to destroy the world, that you wouldn't end up in heaven and you wouldn't get to see Azalea again. And that kind of kept you on a path. Is that something that you still stand by, like in terms of with God and having that sort of connection?
Yeah. You know, it's been a common question. Did this make you question your faith? Yeah, of course. Like, I tried to work it out. I tried to make it make sense. And after, you know, everything, I realized that if I didn't have my faith, I didn't have anything. I think that this life, you know, is a pathway to heaven or hell. And I don't think all of us have done, will do, or deserve to earn our place in heaven. I think that's part of the challenge of life. Can you be a good enough person? Can you do enough in this world to actually make it through those gates? And I'm trying to build my CV to be able to do that. And what gave me some form of peace and comfort there is that I know that my daughter will be in heaven. I know that she was the most beautiful and purest of souls. And I know that her struggle on this earth would have gave her the shortcut to the most peaceful, the most blissful, the most loving, the most nurturing, the most caring place that any of us could hope, wish, or dream to be. And I'm just trying to fight every single day to join her there. I've never, you know, even though I've always been a God-fearing man, I've never like really wanted to do everything I could do to get to heaven, because I never thought I deserved to be there. And now I know that my daughter is, I will do everything within my power to give myself the best shot at making it through those gates. And that's why I make the decisions that I make on a day-to-day basis. That's why I make the sacrifices that I make. And that's why I choose to be the person that I'm choosing to be, because of the place that I'm desperate to get to so much, because of the person that's there. And yeah. And that's why I chose the song Go the Distance. I don't know if you've heard it. It's from Hercules, you know.
Of course, yeah, yeah.
It's just everything about that song is how I live my life. It's like, I'll go the distance till I find my hero's welcome waiting in your arms. And to me, that's worth every single day, enjoying whatever I have to endure. The hope that that's the case.
As many of you know, we are independent creators and filmmakers, but there is a massive attack on us right now. Traditional media over the last few years has started to slowly die. They are no longer the independent voice that you first thought they were. That's why we've created Mulligan Brothers Patreon. We've built something special for our most dedicated supporters, and I want to break it down for you real quick. The supporter tier gets you ad-free early access to both video and audio versions of Mulligan Brothers interviews 24 hours before it goes public. The executive tier gets you everything that a supporter tier gets, plus more. Exclusive interviews and behind the scenes content, walk and talks, daily routines, unreleased interviews, the stuff that you don't see anywhere else. And finally, the executive producer tier. Everything from the supporter tier and the executive tier, plus exclusive perks. Access to our treatment packages. Be the first to see which guests are coming up and get insight into the topics we'll be discussing before anyone else. And you'll even get an executive producer credit on every single documentary that we make. So if you've ever wanted to support the Mulligan Brothers mission of inspiring change so we can go around the world and get these stories that nobody else will, this is exactly how you do it. Go to patreon.com/Mulligan Brothers or click the link in the description or scan the QR code on screen. Join the community and help us inspire change.